What you call it? I'm just waking up, basically. And I really needed to do this reading. I've been meaning to do this reading for a minute now. And it's just like, what you call it? This is a serious thing right here, okay? Conditions and ultimatums are like I don't know how to explain it, but they're like the bane of my existence, sort of. It's like conditions and ultimatums are like, what you call it, when basically someone comes in and they're like trying to make, like, you know what I mean, like trying to perform an ultimatum on my, Fuchsia, no, trying to perform an ultimatum or condition on my behalf, like if I don't do something for them, then they will not let me do something for myself. You see what I'm saying? Or do something for God. Like that's their condition ultimatum that they keep on trying to force on me. Like if you think, bro, I will go out there and throw myself under a bus. Like I don't care. We'll see how your ultimatum sets into play. Like I don't care. Like I will walk into a shootout. Like you think I'm playing. I'm not. I don't care. Like they want to play this conditions and ultimatum game with me. And I don't care about them. I don't care about them enough for me to leave this reality. You don't want me in existence. I will stop existing where you are. And then nothing will exist there. What is this whole conditions and ultimatum about? Yeah, I thought so. Empress in reverse. Yeah, look at that. That's their condition. That's their ultimatum. Their ultimatum and condition is that they have to exist. They have to exist within my reality. Empress in reverse. You see what I'm saying? That they have to exist within my reality. The thing is that they don't exist in every reality. They don't exist in every dimension. Not everywhere. That's the reality of them, the Empress in reverse. They're not everywhere. They're just not everywhere. And they're trying to make a condition where it's like they must belong where there's fondness for me. You see what I'm saying? Wherever there's fondness for me, they want to exist. Wherever there's fondness for me, they need to exist. They want to exist. They want to be there to experience my fondness for me that they don't belong in, that they're not a part of. And the condition is that they want to exist there, so they have to exist there. You see what I'm saying? That shit makes no sense. It's not real. It's not real. And then another thing is that also whenever you say, oh, but you're protected. Okay, so what the fuck is but you're protected? Is that the protection? Okay, go to a serial killer who's holding you hostage, right? Go to the serial killer that's holding you hostage, yeah? While they hold a knife to your throat and say, but I'm protected, but I'm protected. Dummy. That's what's really throwing me. That's what's really throwing me. It's like y'all really want to play these games. Conditions and ultimatum. You can't kill me because I'm God Shapaka. Okay, so you forgot all those people that died that were also God's children. You think you're Mr. What you call it? Invulnerable. Mr. Bulletproof, I be. Mrs. Bulletproof. Mrs. Invulnerable. Because you believe you're chosen. Let me show you how chosen you are, Empress in reverse. Let me show you. Yeah. That's the gift of the Lord. Do you understand? That's the gift of Jesus Christ who had already been exalted. Do you understand? That was him just now saying that's his exaltation. I don't know where you thought that you were exalted at. Yeah, in my energy, I don't know where you thought you were exalted at, or where you thought you were, yeah, where you thought you were fooling anyone in some deceptive energy, where you thought you were. I don't know. I don't know. The reality of the situation, it must be unknown. It must be unknown. It must be unknown because you can't believe that I'm actually like, you can't believe that you could be actually that smart. You couldn't believe that you're actually that genius. Like, you couldn't believe that you're actually that wise. You couldn't believe that you're actually that dependable, reliable. You know what I mean? Because this energy belongs to Archangel Gabriel, the same way that the energy of being dependable, reliable, and being, you know what I mean? The look at this. This is crazy. Being dependable and reliable, the energy of being the abode. You see what I'm talking about? The refuge is for the Lord, is of the Lord, is of the Lord Jesus Christ. It belongs to the Most High God. So I don't know where it is that these individuals really believe that they like, that's the thing, and that what's coming through right now is like a sabotager. Like, they're trying to put conditions and ultimatums on things that like for example, like, it's like when like, imagine it's like something simple, like, oh, I'm like, hey mom, I'm about to pass my, like, listen, I want to pass my exam, right? I want to pass my exam. I'm gonna get an A in math, right? When I get an A in math, would you give me a Monopoly set? And they're like, yeah, sure. And then later on they're like, oh, when pigs fly, she'll get an A when pigs fly. And then when I get an A, it's like, but pigs aren't flying, but pigs aren't flying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just because you did something to yourself, just because you convinced yourself that you are most powerful, and that it's like someone who believes that they are the master of the signs of signs. They are the ones who give out the signs of things. They're the ones who, what you call, they're trying to act as if that they're the ones who is the, like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. They're trying to act like without them there's no such thing as, you know what I mean, time, or as if that things don't exist without them. You know what I mean? It's really like deluded, like as if that, okay, so if they don't exist, like, if they, like, that's the thing about it. And that's where the energy is like a sabotager, like, because they want to play these conditions, because I am divine feminine, I am the empress upright energy, but they want to put ultimatums and conditions. Okay, so kill me now, kill me, take me out, don't worry about it, and just kill me. Why don't you? Oh, right, because you did before, and I'm still here. And this is the part where they don't want to accept it. This is the part where if it's like, I'm the one who's crazy, then okay, so I'm the one who's crazy, but yet I'm still alive. So do it then. Because that's the reality of the situation. It's been long gone. That ultimatum, whatever it is, the fuck it is that people think that they're gonna bring up to cause whatever it is with strife. Ultimatum. Oh, what if she gets an apartment? Oh, it'll be because she's a whore. You know what I mean? All the time. Okay, so I have an apartment. I've been had an apartment. I have multiple apartments actually. So am I a whore all of a sudden because you want me to be? Or is it like not clear that just because you set conditions and limitations because you are a sorcerer or whatever the fuck, you can't believe something unless that it goes your way to believe it? That's not my business that reality is realer than you are. The fuck? Like, the reality of the situation is that there's real reality. There's a real reality that exists without them. There's a real reality that exists without them. There's a real reality that exists without you. Like, I don't know why it is that you guys, like, I don't know. I don't know where it is that they're consumed by a dark desire for things to be how they want it to be. But I'm so sick of it. I'm tired of it. Because that has nothing to do with me. It's not my business. It's not God's business. It's not the divine's business. It's not Earth's problem. It's not like, you know what I mean? There are plenty of people who think that they control the stars, moons, and sun. They're out there in the streets doing fentanyl and meth every day. Like, go join your crew. Go join your people. Go join your fucking people and leave me alone. I don't understand why the fuck. Yeah, and that's clarity. I don't know why the fuck you think that, what you call it, you're trying to make it seem like, oh, because some of us are actually shamans and that we exist within a parallel, in a dimension, in a paradigm with God. That's what it is. Because we exist within a paradigm with God and we understand co-creatorship with the Most High God. We don't claim to be, you know what I mean, God. We don't claim to be God. We understand that God speaks through us, Abi shamans and so on and so forth, prophetesses and prophets. We do what it is what we're supposed to do. We don't let you guys' ego or whatever the fuck it is that you guys have an issue with drop us and get us down, because that's not our problem. It's just not our business. But because you guys want to have all this like fucking subterranean control over reality, like that's the crazy part. When has it ever been that we had subterranean control over reality? You know? When has it ever been that we had subterranean control over fucking reality? That's the part that's really getting to me. It's like, I'm telling you how things go and how things work, but because you are so unbelieving of it, and the reality is working exactly how God ordained it to do and to be and to act and to live by, the ordinance that He created, that Allah created, that God created. And I'm letting you know that that's exactly that's exactly how it's working. And I'm showing you proof of God that it's working. And because you're so unbelieving, you'd rather sit there and inferiorize yourself to me, someone who could have been just like you. If not the fact that you genuinely inferiorized yourself to make yourself believe that I'm somehow holding some sort of subterranean power and control over reality that you could have had, if not that me, Anina, hadn't tried to superiorize myself over you when you know that you inferiorized yourself under me. Like, and that's the enlightenment you guys need about that fucking fuck shit Empress in reverse energy. With the devil in reverse energy, yeah. And the Ten of Swords. That's how it backfires. I'm not going to defend myself. I'm not going to defend myself against a fucking narcissist, okay? I'm not going to defend myself against a narcissist. They're fucking insane. I don't know what else to tell you. They're fucking crazy. That's why their brain rots and they turn reptilian, their skin scaly and shit. That's like natural. That's what happens when you fuck up your whole fucking life and destiny. When you're dead inside empathetically. That's what happens. Now you know. That's as a result. You know, like, you know, what is it called again? Life is stranger than fiction. We had a girl who used to cry diamonds. I don't know why you guys wouldn't believe this simple reality. That yes, if you really do fuck up your whole empathetic nervous system, shut down your brain processing, believe and inferiorize yourself over everyone and anything, and then assume control over some sort of access into a realm because you believe that you being inferiorized in a situation somehow also makes you have a possibility for superiority within a grant that isn't even your realm of existence, then of course you're going to turn into some crazy ass like underdimensional being. Underdimensional, meaning that you're not even going to be a part of the 3D, not even a part of the 2D. You're some one-dimensional characterization of something that already exists within that created you. Like, what I mean, not created you, but like that is only a part of a form of who you are. Of course, only one aspect of your brain will now control the rest of your whole entire beingness. You know, where you could have had where every single human being somehow had, like, let's say, like, you know what that rumor was, 10% of control over their whole brain and body. A narcissist has 0.03% control over their brain and body, which is less than a paraplegic, which is why I was like, which is why I'm like, why I praise God for the mercy that He bestows upon even paraplegics, because they too still have in fact, that's how they gain more control over their body, because now they have one less family member to take care of. So that's why I don't give pity for those people for no reason. I empathize, of course, but there's only so far you can go with empathy as well. where these individuals have no fucking kind of mercy, empathy, grace, no nothing. So when they're projecting all that narcissistic 0.03% of control over their body, then they're trying to make it seem as if that, yeah, as if that there's no survival, no chances of survival for us, when in fact it is they that will not survive. Like they are, like, what is it called again? A subterranean complex? Is that what it is? Yeah, they have this, yeah, they have some sort of subterranean complex. They have a subterranean complex where they like fucking like like the snake, bruh. They have a subterranean complex like that snake. They believe that their existence is necessary for like the establishment of reality. They believe that they have to surround the roots of the earth, that they have to surround the roots of the realms of the tree of life, that they have to surround my roots. They believe that that, like, that's what it is, that they worship that energy. They have these like illusions, like that's what it is. So there it is, the ultimatum, and what you call it, what was it again? Conditions and ultimatums. They have these conditions and ultimatums that if they were to, like, basically, if it's like, you know what I mean, if whatever I set my sights on, this is what's so irritating about the situation. It's like they want to fabricate reality. They want to fabricate reality. Like, that's it. They want to fabricate reality. I don't know what to tell you. You see what I'm saying? They want to fabricate reality. Like, the cloth of God is like the fabric of reality is what it is. I'm trying to explain this. So how do I explain this? Like, they want to act like this is not like information that exists. Like, they can use English words to determine how people would believe things are and be. You see what I'm saying? Man, it's fucking useless ass motherfucking. There it is, divine garment. So the divine garment of reality, right? Which would be God's rendership, God's, basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So, fuck it. And let me explain this clearly, okay? Let me explain this clearly as divine feminine, okay? Everything that is in reality that exists that matters exists through the unseen and the seen realms as it matters. Okay? So it is tangible reality. Okay? It is tangible reality. Okay? It is real, tangible reality of God. Okay? God is the one that is the very fabric and essence of reality. Okay? So everything that He is one with us, and we are like I don't know how, let me make sure this is the right word. Yeah, and we are like, I guess you could say, yeah, we are like an amalgamation of his being with aspects of himself that connect with and intertwine with him. Okay? So it's like everything that exists that is real comes from and goes directly back to him. It like sieves through him, goes through him, comes through him, is created by him, and then we exist with the willingness of existence within by him. It like has to go that way. You see what I'm saying? It has to go that way. That's how reality is. That's just how it is. Okay? I don't know how else to explain to you that the fabric of creation that is literally God, because God is the creator and source of the fabric of creation, and thus He is the creator and the source and the fabric. You see what I'm saying? And that's just how it goes. That's just how it moves, right? That's just how God moves, right? So now it's like, I don't know how else to tell you. It's like and this is me giving you an example rather than telling you how it works, right? This is an example, right? If I were to drool, right? Hey, you see what I'm talking about? If I were to drool like out of my body and I would go like, you know what I mean? I'm drooling out of my body. The drool is still a part of my body. You see what I'm saying? It's still a part of my body as long as it's intertwined, right? But the reality is that even if you see that the drool has fallen out of my mouth, right? That it is still energetically tied to by heat and essence to my body, right? So now if you were to pick up that drool, right, through any kind of thing and you go through a DNA processing, does it still have my DNA? Yes, because it still contains the essence of who I am. It is still connected to me and my essence and my body, right? That's what I'm trying to tell you. So God is the creator, the source of all things in creations, right? In all his creations. So he is the fabric of the creation in itself, right? You cannot come into this realm and reality and exist as an amalgamation that God has created and then assume that you are the creator and then you are going to fabricate some sort of experience. You're fucking insane. Do you understand how crazy it is? Do you know how many fucking different kinds of crazy ass fucking thoughts you have to sit there and think like that? Like, the reality that exists behind that is so fucking insane. It's already crazy enough. It's already crazy enough to fucking look crazy. The fact that the person is trying to set a condition for that reality to exist is just so fucking insane. The ancestors and the angels are innocent in the situation and they're rising to God. They're ascending. Like, because there's a tower for that fool, for that, not fool, for that, whatever the fuck it is. Because it's like, it's a constant desperation to seem like, to act like, to be like, and it's all like, it's exhausting. The only one who is like, you know what it is? And they're like, the energy of like, oh, they're trying to exhaust their opponents. It's not that they're trying to exhaust their opponents, you guys. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's not that they're trying to exhaust their opponents. They know that they're exhausting, right? Because they are exhausted. They know that they're exhausting. And so they're going around who they are trying to make their opponents. That's where the trying comes from. And they're projecting their exhausted ass energy at their who they're trying to make seem their opponents, which is where it amalgam and it turns into all they're trying to exhaust their opponents. It's not real. It's just not fucking real. The weapon can't be formed against us. It can't win against us. It's not gonna fucking work. It's just not real. What we experience and feel is a force that is exhausted around us. That is what we feel. We don't feel like, oh, I'm being so fucking exhausted. That's not what we feel. That's the part that really gets to me. Is like we'll be sitting there, we'll be like this. We'll be like this. Like we'll be looking around. And they're like, oh yeah, they're getting confused. They're getting confused. We're not confused. We're thinking, what the fuck is around us that is actually confused as hell right now? Who the fuck is lost? Like that's what we're going through. We're not going through whatever the fuck it is that they're going through. And that's out of respect for God. That's what they don't understand is respect. Like imagine me being divine feminine right now. Since you can't, right? Since you can't accept that I'm divine feminine, just imagine then. Fucking imagine, figure it out, right? Imagine I'm divine feminine right now and I'm sitting next to God and Jesus Christ, right? I'm sitting next to God, I'm sitting next to Jesus Christ as the Holy Spirit, as one with the Most High, right? I'm fully in my presence and in my power. And some loser, right? Some loser comes to me and tells me that I'm not the divine feminine, I'm not the Holy Ghost, right? Imagine me sitting next to God and Jesus Christ as divine feminine, actual divine feminine, arguing with some loser. So that's what you think a divine feminine does, right? Is argue with some loser on who she really is, right? Like, no, really think about it. Like, even if you didn't really believe that I'm divine feminine, is that how you would like divine feminine to be? Because then it would show you that you have a desire to put a condition on what you would actually accept in your life as believable, which would be fucking unbelievable and disrespectful. Because how dare you actually assume you could fathom how reality in its context could belong and not belong in as God? That makes you having a God fucking complex. That's what really like it like fucking blows my mind. It blows my fucking top, dude. That you guys can't see past that. That it actually takes like not only giving you the formula, showing you how the formula works a billion times, showing you that it works for me and everybody else who actually utilizes it appropriately, right? Then rebuilding from where we start from over and over and over and over and over and over again. For what? For that's how I know that it's a narcissist. Because narcissists will see an elephant take a shit and be like, nah. How does that make sense? No, how does that make sense? Let's let ChatGPT solve it. Fuchsia, chill out. So ChatGPT says anecdotally can represent a refusal to engage with something overwhelming, messy, or outside of one's comfort zone. Avoidance of big responsibility, realizing the scale. Wow, that's too much for me. The comedic a reminder of humility. The world is vast and some things are just too big. Even great, majestic things have ordinary and glamorous sides, and I'm not ready to face that truth. It's an ego reaction to imperfection, rejecting the idea that wisdom or power can still be messy. Denial of natural order. The elephant doing what it naturally does, the law of nature, process and release. The person's no or nah, resistance to natural, inevitable, or unfiltered part of existence. You pray for alignment and God showed you the elephant's digestion cycle. You see what I'm saying now? Human ego meets cosmic scale of absurdity. The nah comes from the universal reflex, a shorthand from I've seen enough. Reality just crossed the line into too real. The elephant pooped, the human side said nah. Faced with the sheer scale of nature's reality, human pride backed out. Do you understand? You see how fucking predictable it is? It's not that fucking hard. An AI figured it out. An artificial intelligence figured it out. You don't need intelligence. You don't. I figured this out a long, long time ago. Intellect is where it's at. You either know or you don't know. Figuring it out isn't really your job. That's why the whole trying to compromise people with fucking ultimatums and conditions was never it. Trying to be like, oh, well, in this 30-bit prison matrix, bitch, you're the only one there in that mindset. Sit there and keep yourself there, lock it up, shut the fuck up, and leave everybody else out of it. Stop. If you have nothing good to say nothing at all. I don't know how many times we have to bring this lesson up, but silence really might be golden. Yeah? In a situation. And that's what I'm tired of. They're always projecting their silence must be golden. Listen, I have to go and get my new apartment. I have to pay my bills. I have to do adult shit in this adult world. I don't have anybody here for me, okay? But God. I don't have anyone here for me. I'm so sick and tired of you all projecting your fuck-ass energy at me while I have my reality to live. The messy, uncontrollable fucking side and the shared nature scale, the way that I gotta do what I gotta do. And because you don't understand how silence is golden now, I gotta fucking scream, right? I gotta move and I gotta do all this and that. I gotta suffer in silence because you don't understand how golden silence is. Because you fucked up your own silence. Like I said, I got shit to do. What is that Knight of Wands, the Five of Wands energy? Devil in reverse, Moon in reverse, Empress in reverse. Yeah, that's what I thought. Always projecting the same motherfucking problems and issues that they're having. Let's say it's with my son. It's some Empress in reverse energy trying to have an issue with like my son. With my sons, with my son, with my brothers, with my little brothers, with the apostles. Look at this. Yeah, now they want to look within. Now they want to look within and find out what the fuck actually happened. Yeah, because it was conditional. It was always to take from the collective. It was always to take from the collective. They want to set conditions for the collective to be happy according to in accordance. Let me just make sure. In accordance, look, a state of hearts being toward another. Agreement, unity, harmony, in conformity with, there it is. Agreement and conformity. They wanted to force people to conform to their false agreements. They want people to, they know it's a false agreement. Nobody agreed to whatever, not one person agreed to whatever condition that they tried to set. See, exactly. No one agreed. Not one person agreed within the agreement, the whatever the fuck it is that they tried to set. They wanted people to conform. Trying to, that's it. They're being seen as a fucking arrogant asshole. Trying to take away people's ambitions and whatever. Yeah. Constantly projecting that low vibrational frequency. Constantly projecting a low vibrational frequency at the collective. Yeah. Because that's what I'm so sick of, bro. Like, I'm so sick of it. Like it's not possible for me to be happy unless they come about to destroy it. Like, the only time that I receive happiness is if they come around to destroy all my relationships. That's the time, because then that means that they'll get to destroy my happiness. Like, that's always what it is. I'm so sick of them. I'm so sick of them. Like, it's impossible for me to always be happy without them. That's what it is. They want to make it seem like it's impossible that I'm always happy. It's impossible that happiness exists within me and that God gives me happiness from through myself. It's impossible. No, the happiness must come from when it's them trying to destroy me, and then when they're trying to destroy me, then I go and be happy, so that then they can come in to destroy that happiness so that they can get some laughter. That's when I'm happy. Can you imagine? Do you see the craziness? Do you see how fucking insane that is? Like, do you not understand how fucking delirious and fucking nonsensical that really is? That is impossible. That, wait, like, maybe that I'm already creative as a potential, like, that I really am the empress, that the creativity exists within me. No, it's when they want money, and so when they want money, then that's when I get creative, right? When they want money, so then it's for them to come and now steal my money. For me to be, that's because they want to be creative, and so because they think that I'm under their control, that's when I'm creative, is so that they can get money from me, so that then when they want to, do you see the nonsense? Isn't that insanity? Isn't that crazy? So me, myself, me, I'm only creative whenever it is that they want me to be creative, so that then they can come in and steal from me my creativity. But I'm never creative when I'm making my paintings by myself anyways, and they're still not getting money out of it. No, it has to be the way that they want it to be. That's the ultimatum. That's the condition that they set, and that's how it is. And if that's not how it is, then they will go crazy. And it's not possible. Is it not possible that maybe they've already gone fucking crazy? Maybe it's maybe it's a possibility. Have they even thought? Have people even for a second thought that maybe they've already lost their fucking minds? They're like, people want to be like this. People want to be like, oh, but they don't look like they're crazy. I don't know. Have you looked at them? Have you tried for a second and actually looked at them? Or have you been attempting to face a false reality, giving them fucking excuses every fucking second that you get in order to comply to some false agreement because you think that that's what makes you feel bad? You feel bad that they're disfigured, but you're not looking at them being disfigured. And that's why they went fucking crazy? You think you wouldn't go crazy if you were disfigured? That's where the empathy comes from. Hey, maybe if I were disfigured, I would also go fucking insane. Then maybe you can learn to be kind to the person in a way that actually allows the reality to exist without destroying people. It's the truth they don't want to face. It's actually insane to me. There's the unconditionality. It's like motherfuckers don't understand. It's like, but if I see them as paraplegic and if I see them as mentally disabled and if I see them, then I won't really be able to feel sorry for them. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up of you. So you're telling me if you see a mentally disabled person, you only feel bad for them when you think that they're not mentally disabled? What the fuck is wrong with you? It's really, maybe you're mentally disabled. That's really the reality. That's the crazy part. Like, so you only feel sorry for people who aren't mentally disabled but act mentally disabled? That's pretty fucking insane, you know? Yeah, principality. That's a crazy ass thing right there. It's like, if I really think that they're retarded, I don't know if I would feel bad for them. Like, that's crazy. That's actually fucking insane. When I say someone is retarded, you should feel bad. You should feel bad. They're going through a lot of shit. They're going through a lot of hell that you would never understand. It's a terrible fucking piece of existence. Like, they're like, oh, they're retarded, ha! Like, that's actually insane, and you're a fucking bully. Like, you have a mental problem. You're insecure, bitch, and it's eating you alive. That's what bullies are. They think that, like, laughing at, like, people who are, you know, powerful or something, you know what I mean? Calling them mentally disabled and stuff like that, and then laughing at them somehow makes them look good. How do you look laughing at someone who is mentally disabled? Like, that you think you're bullying them by calling them mentally disabled, and then you're laughing at them and you're thinking that no one is looking at you like a bully? Like, you look crazy. People feel bad for you because you're a bully, bitch. Because you're in the same ranking as mentally disabled. That's why you're capable of saying that somebody is mentally disabled when they're actually not. Like, they're not understanding the logistics of the situation. They're not seeing themselves logically. That's because they refuse to see everybody else logically. Well, how would you really, you know, see everybody else logically if you don't see yourself logically, right? The Hierophant in reverse is coming out because, yeah, it's being caught. It's being, like, cited. It's being cited. Yeah. They're under judgment. That energy that thought that they were going to, yeah, the energy that thought that they were going to take a hold of my power. Like, this is, it's like the angels. The angels are here. Like, healing is here, right? That's what I'm saying. It's like they wanted to throw their condition of healing. Like I don't know how to explain this to you guys. Like they're like, well, if I was entrapped in a dungeon and you know, forced to go through all that shit, I probably wouldn't heal. But that's, nobody said that we didn't heal. Like, I literally told people that I healed. Like, God is the one who heals. God healed me no matter what you thought the condition was. To me, it was unconditional healing. God provided me unconditional healing. I'm able to heal regardless of any conditions and or any false ultimatums or ultimatums. It doesn't matter to me. God heals me. Why? Because God works through me. I am a healer. I am an earth angel. These people really don't want to understand this. So I can heal. God heals me. That's not a condition, that's the flow. They don't want to accept that that's the harmony of things. That's the rhythm of things. They're confused. That's what it is. They keep projecting their confusion at harmony so that they can make conditions of it. That's being denied. It's being cited, denied, and now is being like given to God. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, they can't understand uniformity. It's not my problem that they're in like, that's not my problem, bro. Oh my God. Like, it's like, I don't know how else to explain this. Like I said, they can see an elephant take a shit and be like, nah. You know what I mean? Like that shit makes no fucking sense. Like, they don't make sense. The shit makes sense. They don't make sense. You see what I'm talking about? The shit makes perfect sense. They don't make sense. It's like someone who gets like, they're frightened. That's what it is. They're frightened. In some way, aspects of themselves, they're frightened. Shebi, they haven't even seen God yet. They should be scared of that. That's really the reality of the situation. They haven't seen God yet. That's what they should be scared of. I don't know what the fuck they thought. Yeah, exactly. They're fighting rebirth because they don't, because because they're frightened of, oh my God, bro. Because I can't say they're frightened of connection. That shit makes no fucking sense. Like I said, they don't make sense. They can't see connection. That's because they're frightened. You see what I'm saying? They can't see connection because they're frightened. They want to project all that frightened ass, pussy ass energy. That's their pussy. That's what it is. They pussy. That's what it is. Okay, see, alignment is here now. I was just trying to figure it out. I just wanted to figure out they pussy for real. They pussy for real. They think they're so motherfucking gangsta. That's what it is. They think they so motherfucking thug, right? They're the type of motherfucker, like the asshole who beat me, like, right, who hit me, punched me, and like cut me up and shit like that. He thought he was so big baller. I'm such a thug. I'm 5'5". I'm a black 5'5" man. Boy, I beat girls. I'm such a thug. I beat girls. I beat girls. I could beat my daughter up. I'll beat any little child. I'm such a thug. Put a little girl up in my face, I'll beat her up. I don't care what age. I don't care how nice they are in society or how much they volunteer. Just bring a Girl Scout to me. I'm a real thug. I'll beat the fuck out of a Girl Scout. Devil in reverse. Yeah, that's what I thought. They pussy. They pussy. They're scared of they're scared of loving their mother. That's what they're scared of. They're scared of actually being respectful of their parents. Let mommy come through the door. Fuck you, mom. Fuck you, mom. That's their energy. And that's a black man too. Fuck you, mom. I don't want to talk to you, mom. That's really what they are. They pussy. They mama could come around the corner and is like, boy, if I don't whoop your dumb ass, get in this car right now. Fuck you, mom. That's them. I'm a real thug. I'll beat any bitch up. I'll beat them. I don't care if they 7 years old. That's what they look like. And they really think they really think they're scary and shit. They're projecting all their feelings How scared they are of their mom, how scared they are of authority, how scared they are of living a good life, how scared they are of actually respecting, their like women. You know what I mean? How scared they are of actually being an upstanding citizen and shit. They're projecting all of this like this is the same life that other people are living. Like they're projecting all from that space of what they're scared of. They're projecting that people are scared of them because of that. Like because they're scared of their mommy, that people are scared of them. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm fucking saying? Because they're scared of their mommy, they think that other people are scared of them. And they think that's not some loser ass pussy ass shit to do at the ripe age of 20 something. From 20 something to, let me tell you something. That shit does not end just because you turn 30. It does not end just because you turn 40. No, I promise you, it doesn't end because you turn 70, nigga. You will always look like a pussy ass bitch for that. That's why they're not part of the collective and they're going to hell. Because I don't care where it is that they have to learn that lesson. But after doing this shit to me, it's only hell. It's only hell. I don't know what you thought. I am the Empress. I don't know what you thought. Let's see what happens. Fuchsia, wait, I know. She's hungry. Yeah, it literally goes to fraud hell. They go to the 8th layer of hell. I can't make this up. They go to the 8th layer of hell where people like, you know what I mean? All these people are going to the 8th layer of hell or something. I don't know what it is. They're all going to fraud layer, fraud and treachery. Dang, they're going where Lucifer fucking fell, and like that's where it is. I thought they were gonna go to the 1st layer or something, but no, this was actually a very grievous crime that they've done. You see, the one thing I'm not going to do is think that I understand how God's mercy works. Yeah, one thing I'm not going to do is attempt to even fathom how God's mercy works. I'm not here to argue with God on who he should lend his mercy to. It wasn't them. That's all I'm going to say, is that God is not giving them mercy. And that's it. That's all I'm saying. God is not giving them mercy. Yeah, exactly. Because there they are now. The Empress in reverse energy is what they were projecting, their bitch ass, pussy ass energy. Because they couldn't handle a Queen of Wands energy, a real woman. They can't handle a real woman. They need someone with a, because you know I got a nigga mentality. I got a nigga mentality. I got a nigga mentality. They need someone like that. Someone that makes them feel more masculine. Someone that they can laugh at. You know what I mean? Someone that makes them feel like, you know what I mean? Like, this bitch really thinks she a nigga? I'm more of a nigga than she is. Someone to compete with. You know? That's their dream come true. Someone that goes, you know I got a nigga mentality. And then it's like, no, you're the real nigga massa. You're the real nigga massa. Yeah, and that's the truth. And that's what they were projecting constantly so that people are scared. Like I said, I don't know why they won't just keep their bitch pussy ass and nigga mentality ass over there. I don't know why they don't just stay in privacy. Privacy was the only kind of mercy God was planning on giving them so that they can keep their bitch ass energy in a secluded and enclosed area in private. But they wanted to expose it to the whole world. So now the whole world will know how much of a bitch ass pussy that little nigga is. And his doormat. Yeah. The message is coming through. It's becoming clear. Finally, Archangel Michael's cleared up this energy since the truth is out. Yeah. I knew it. Exactly. Because they were obsessed, man. They were obsessed with trying to, like, it's been disillusioned, but they were obsessed with trying to, like, how do I explain this? They were obsessed with trying to be creative, all up in my energy. You know, trying to be like, she ain't shit, she ain't shit, she don't even know how to, she doesn't even have, she doesn't even have, and she doesn't even, and well, you know, and you know, she didn't give, that's them all the time. All the time. Man, fuck that bitch, man, fuck that bitch, I'll fuck her up, oh yeah, fuck that bitch, I'll fuck her up, yeah, you will, nigga, you will, real nigga, you fuck her up, yeah, I'll fuck her up, that's them all the time, and that's what they think is authority, yeah, I'll call my niggas up, I'll call my peoples up, and we gon' fuck her up, yeah, we gon' fuck her up, cause I'm a real nigga, yeah, you are, yeah, you're a real nigga, yeah, you're a real nigga, yeah, you're a real nigga, you're a real nigga, all the time. Like, do they not see how embarrassing that shit really is? Like, could you imagine? Like, this is the type of shit that will get you banned from the airport. It's the type of shit that the government will be like, nah, you don't need a passport. Nah, it's okay. You don't need a passport. We don't want you getting out of the country. Mm-mm. Then they're like wondering why they can't leave, you know, their territory, their little mini territory. Then they're wondering why they can't get beyond poverty line. But they want to project that. Energy. Like, that's everybody's problem. And now that energy, the King of Wands energy, the Antichrist, whatever the fuck it is that was inducing that, whatever the fuck was inducing that frequency is under judgment. Because, yeah, Archangel Gabriel took his power. Yeah, and now whatever it is issue that they're having is, like, whatever it is, the burdens that they have, or whatever the fuck that is going back to sender. Yeah, because the truth is being revealed. Yeah, they wanted to destroy some sort of alignments. They kept on, it's going to backfire, it's backfiring on them. Because they were obsessed with destroying some sort of alignment. Like, it's like one of my stalker exes, like Jamie. Like I found my name again with his last name. Like this shit is blowing my mind. Like it's blowing my mind. Like how obsessed some people really are with trying to destroy my financial stability. Like, just kill me, bruh. I'll give you my address. I'll put a gun in your hand so you can fucking shoot me in the head, bruh. I'd rather do that. That's genuinely how I feel. Like, people really don't understand. That's how it's backfiring on them. Like, they don't understand. Like, this shit is not funny. Like, they want to destroy my financial security, want to torture me. Don't worry. Don't worry about how I'm tortured. Don't worry. Just come to me and fucking shoot me. I'm so sick of it. Because they want to control what I'm fond of, how I'm fond of it, how in likeness I am in alignment. And that's the same thing for you guys collective. Don't ever think that it's different. Always wanting, because when you get to a certain aspect in life, when you get to a certain mindset in life where things are coming through for you, manifesting for you, you're gonna get to tests. You're gonna get to pass these tests. There are these tests and exams and life lessons that you must overcome in order for you to really master specific energies in your life. You know what I mean? You can't do 2 + 2 and not understand what 1 + 1 is. You know what I mean? But there are these individuals that are, like, frankly obsessed, carrying the burden of their own betrayal, their own sabotage, their own self-sabotage. Like, they can't project their self-sabotage at anyone. Like, I try to explain to people, like, you know what I mean? He asked me to be his fiance. And then after I broke up with him, he was like, what? I never asked you to be my fiance. No, I was just joking. That's how fucking immature he really was, bro. I was shook. I was like, are you serious? Like, I was like, you know what? You're right. You're right. Because this is what happens when you think you can play with the reality that God created. I was like, okay, so you're right. You never really were my fiance. Don't worry about it. And then he sabotaged himself and everything. Then he just looked like a fucking crazy stalker who tried to pay me to be with him. That's what he looks like now. Look, and I'm the Empress. You see, he could have been the ex-fiance of the Empress. You know, he could have been a noble. He could have been someone that was a part of, like, the higher rankings. But he decided that he wanted to be a dumbass motherfucking loser who stalked the Empress, abused her, held her hostage, you know, caused issues in her family life and her sexual life in order to appease some sort of lustful energy he had for himself, and then tried to bribe her. So what? That's what he wanted. So we all took a leap of faith. And that was the report that was given to God. I don't know what it is with these people, and they're sabotaging ass energies, but that's the same ass energy that they are. They're the type of person to try and backtrack. They want to backtrack. They want to act like something didn't happen. You're the ones that's delusional, collective. You're the one that doesn't know what happened. You don't remember the stability or how things occurred, but that's not real, is it? No, the reality of the situation is they're trying to backtrack and they're sabotaging themselves and their own reputation and who they were supposed to be. And that's it. You're free, collective. They always think they can come up with something. They always want to come up with something. They don't see how it's still fucking them over, no matter what it is. Because, collective, when you are in alignment, you're in alignment with the Most High God. That is literally your gift. That's in your legacy. That's a part of your legacy. Like when we say legacy, people think that this is some sort of fucking dynasty ass energy. Did I say dynasty or did I say legacy? You see what I'm talking about? What I'm saying, let's look this up because these people don't want to fucking understand shit. Dynasty. Okay. Dynasty is power, lordship, rule, sovereign, to be able to have power. You see how dynasty is sovereign? You see how dynasty is sovereign? You take care of your dynasty yourself. That's your problem, right? That's your business, right? Individually, all y'all in the collective, individually, sure, you deserve dynasties. I don't give a fuck. Hold a dynasty or don't. I don't care. It's not my prerogative to lead you in that aspect. If you really want financial assistance, you know what I mean, an understanding of like how to build a dynasty for yourself and all that jazz, then sure, I can make a reading on that, but all you have to do is ask me. But I'm not going to do it if you don't ask me, right? That's what I'm trying to say. But if you're talking about legacy, which is what everyone wants to fucking talk about, right? Legacy, 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 legacy. But if you're talking about legacy, it's office of a legate, commission, embassy, one who is sent, a deputy, ambassador, oh my gosh, or a banquet. When we say the Lord has prepared, you know what I mean, a seat in front of your enemies, where the fuck do you think that is? You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing about these individuals. They don't want to hear it. They're like, oh, you're going to have your legacy, bitch. It's not your legacy. It's God's legacy. It's a legacy that you will be a part of once you have accepted Christ and an understanding of his rules and laws and ordinances. If you're going to be talking about dynasty and your own sovereign power and mastering yourself and your consciousness and everything about this world and the matrix and whatever the fuck it is, that's your responsibility. That's been your responsibility, isn't it? Like, don't we all hold responsibility over our own selves? You see what I'm saying? It's like they're always trying to confuse and complicate some shit. Then they want to act like it's not sabotaging themselves with their motherfucking anti-Christ, anti-Lord energy. Anti-Lord. What the fuck is an anti-Lord? What is that? Edgelord? Motherfucking edgelord energy. That's what they thought they were. Edgelord. What is that? Edgelord, real example. Like a tyrant? What is that? I don't know what the fuck that is, y'all. Yeah, it's like a... Oh, it's so cringy. Nihilistic? Is it nihilistic? Yeah, that's what it is. It's like super nihilistic. And that's what they've been projecting. You know, like recently, I was sitting down and I made a check deposit, right? I made a check deposit and I saw that the deposit got like active on my page, on my account, but it wasn't available to me yet. And at first I almost freaked out because I was like, oh no, like, what'd you call it? Like, did someone take it? But then like later on, I was like, oh, let me just lock my card and like logically think about it. I'm like, okay, it's probably going to be deposited the next day. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh my gosh, where is that fear coming from? Like, I'm worried if someone is going to like have access to my bank account. So like, I'm healing that because it's like, that's why I'm doing this reading as well, because it's about, what was it again? Conditions and ultimatums, right? It's like saying like, oh, I'm not allowed to be excited about my bank account and what's in my bank account until it's like, until somebody can come and steal it type shit. You see what I'm saying? And that's the kind of shit that I'm blocking. That's the kind of shit that I'm clearing out. Like, so you're saying, like, they're saying the energy would have been the anecdotal energy, and the metaphor of the situation would have been that they're saying that I wouldn't be able to access my joy and happiness when it comes to the correlationship I have with my bank account and my financial stability until and unless somebody has already schemed and configured a way to take that away from me before I had even been happy about it, so that then I would never be really happy about any kind of access to financial means, right? So like, long story short, somebody thinks that they can control my finances and my joy at the same time, right? So that's what I'm blocking, right? So that that would never occur or happen, or for me to even think that way, right? But as I was sitting there, clearing all this energy out, right? Someone walks by. I've never seen that person in a day in my life. I've never seen that person a day in my life before. Like, I'm telling you. And they walk by and they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm like smoking a cigarette. I'm just looking at my phone. I'm like, yeah, like, what? Like, literally, they're like, "Are you okay?" I'm just asking, like, "Are you okay?" And they're like, sorry. Like, so I don't mean to make fun of the person at all. But what I'm trying to say is that that's because of that projection. Because there was some sort of nihilistic energy projection on me. So it was to make it seem like I was some sort of like edgelord myself, right? When the reality is like that there's somebody projecting that energy at me. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So that other people perceive me to be what they are. And that's how they do the whole destiny switch shit. When it's not really a destiny switch, it's just that people act like your destinies are switched. You see what I'm saying? That's how it goes. It's so annoying. So then you know how people will be like, "Bro, are you okay?" Like, you know what I mean? When they're acting like an edgelord, like acting like a nihilist or being a nihilist, you know, in a situation. They don't wanna like they don't wanna accept that they're being seen as for like the fucking, what do they call it in Japan? Like they have the ninth grade virus. Like the ninth grade otaku, like the ninth grade weeb virus. They don't want people to see them as having the ninth grade weeb virus or something. So they're projecting that like this, like that's me. You know what I'm talking? I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna do it. I am gonna do one thing that's close to it, but it's like ooh woo shit. Like that's what I mean. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, see, that's what they're trying to project fondness at. You see what I'm saying? They're like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Okay. It's like they're trying to act like they're only that I will only be supplied fondness. Like in the anecdotal as expectation, right? The expectation is that the condition is that fondness could only arrive once that they have been supplied with by some sort of appeal. That's the ultimatum. That I would only ever receive some sort of fondness once I have succumbed to an appeal. So that is being blocked, rejected, and like that's also being blocked for the collective. Collective, you don't have to receive fondness like by appealing to someone. You don't have to be somebody else's kind of appeal for you to receive affection and love and fondness, okay? If you love someone and they love you unconditionally, you don't have to like appease somebody else's sexual desire to make it seem as if that you are now fulfilling your partner's sexual desire. Do you see what I'm saying here? It's like you don't have to be sexy to somebody else so that they can believe that you're actually sexy to the person that loves you. You see what I'm talking about now? It's like they're actually fucking crazy, right? Like you now understand what I'm talking about, right? It's like it's like a sense of desperation to be like held in high honor in a sense of assessment of composure. Like they're looking for you to be looking to them to validate your appeal to your own self and your partner, or when it comes to your sensuality or your self-being, like something like that. And that's how they're siphoning and also projecting onto you their karma. Okay? So it's all being like returned back to sender because that's fucking weird. Okay? Like that's weird as shit, right? Like, yeah, exactly. You can be happy and stable and be fonded of, you know what I mean? You can be you know what I mean? People can be affectionate to you and you can be affectionate to people just fine. You don't have to appeal to like somebody else's standard so that you could believe or that they could believe. Like that's the crazy part is like they want to make it seem like it has to be believable for them. That's what we started the reading off with. That's the condition and ultimatum that they were trying to set, was that it had to be believable for them. And I had to literally go on a tangent about like how God's creation and God's fabric of life and everything. Like I literally had to explain how God is literally the source of creation and how he is the fabric of creation and how we are all one and all that shit. Like that's how this reading fucking started. I shit you not. just to come to this moment where I can safely say to you, collective, that you literally do not have to look like how somebody else wants you to look like to appeal to who you are meant to appeal to. You know what I'm talking about? Like, this is actually insane. I don't even know what it is that they're looking for. Like, that's the reality. Like, I don't even know what it is that they're really looking for. What are they really looking for, Holy Spirit, Heavenly Father? What is it that they're really looking for? They're looking for some sort of like, what is that? Look, I'm literally itching because I don't understand. Like, what is that? 3 of Wands energy in reverse. It's like some sort of like, I don't know if it's a blockage or vulnerable. It's not really a vulnerability now, is it? Yeah, they're looking for some sort of invulnerability within themselves that they can't see. So I know what this is. You know, it's like you have aspects, or you hold aspects that you need in others. This is like the reality when it comes to like meeting other people, and also, you know what I mean? You hold aspects in yourself that magnetize the same aspects in others. If you're kind, you will meet kind people. You see what I'm saying? If you're a fucking evil cunt, you're only going to meet other evil cunts. You see what I'm talking about? It's balance. You see what I'm saying? People want to, like, individuals want to make it seem like that's not what it is, but that is what it is in reality. Okay? Which is why you got to really be strong in your faith, because then those evil cunts sometimes will use like all these evil fucking cuntish methods to try and make you out to be an evil cunt. No. I will be when I get my new setup. Okay? But what you call it? Evil cunts will try and like all these evil cuntish methods to make you seem evil cuntish, so that then they can like tweak their evil cuntishness so that it's not seeming as if it's evil cuntishness. Because if you notice, you know what I mean? It's really confusing. But basically, it's like the 3 of Wands energy is like some sort of blockage that they have within themselves. But they're looking for that blockage in others, but they're not self-reflecting. You see what I'm saying? So I could actually find that. So like, just to make sure, I know it's not you guys, because like I said, you attract what you got. You know what I mean? That's why I know that I can trust in my collective, because I am like of God. So let's see what this is. So the blockage has to do with ancestral power. It has to do with root work. Like, they don't know who their ancestors are kind of energy, or they don't even have an idea of who their ancestors might be kind of energy. And they're like looking for that in other people. You see what I'm saying? Instead of like reflecting on why they might not know, or why they might not have an idea of who their ancestors are or not might be. You see what I'm saying? So they may be projecting also that same like energy onto you guys collective. It's like okay, so this is what it is as well. So the feeling that I was getting was almost like not trusting my ancestors' power, right? So it's like as if that I wouldn't trust my ancestors' power. Like as if that I would ever feel weakened by not knowing what my ancestors could or couldn't do, right? As if that there's a deep, dark desire to know what my ancestors know, you know? That's the kind of like projection it all is. It's not really real. It is coming straight from them, which means that even trying to figure out or self-reflect on it would cause you a lot of damage, which is exactly what they're looking for, which is why they're projecting it, because they know it's going to cause damage. That's the reality of the situation. They always want to make it seem like they don't know how much damage they cause in the world, but no, they know. They know. They actually gauge it. Like that's why they've projected it as some sort of condition. Yeah. They projected it as some sort of condition, and they projected it as some sort of like, yeah, Yep. Yeah, there it is. Non-survival. No one will survive kind of energy. Nine of Wands energy in reverse. Yeah. They're being seen as like a non-factor, I guess you could say. Let's move on, collective. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Wow. So basically, yeah, non-factor. They didn't want to be concluded as a non-factor, which is how they were like trying to delay the overcoming of false conditioning and false ultimatums. Yeah, they like so they were literally trying to block communication in the angelic realm, or they were trying to delay communication in the angelic realm, which is what it was. Yeah, they were trying to delay communication in the angelic realm. Yep. Yep, there it is. You reunited energy. Yep. They were trying to delay communication in the angelic realm. They were trying to block signs or reports. Yeah, they were trying to block reports. Yeah, there it is. Like a repertoire. How do I explain like a repertoire? List, index, inventory. Inventory. Huh. Yeah. Repertorium. Yeah, they were trying to block inventory. That's it. Exactly. I like the way repertory or repertoire. But basically repertoire is the good word. Yeah, exactly. Repertoire. They were trying to block repertoire. A range of creations, actions, expressions ready at hand. Yeah, they kept on trying to block repertoire. Like trying to block repertoire was their whole fucking life. Like they really wanted to block repertoire. It was always about blocking repertoire. Exactly. That they have like a grudge against repertoire. Well, that's none of my business. They can go somewhere with that. Yeah, literally. So that energy is now being surrendered. That Five of Pentacles in reverse with the Five of Cups in reverse, which is like overcoming challenges. Yeah. No, not now. Okay, sorry. My ancestors were like, they said no. We said no. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. But basically, they were trying to block inventory. Yeah. Under judgment. Yeah. Clarity. Empress. Yeah, basically, that's what I'm saying. See Empress with the Knight of Wands energy. Yeah, with Temperance energy. Knight of Pentacles. There's a Two of Swords. You see? Fuchsia? No. My goodness, sorry. She's just really hungry, and it's not that she's hungry. She's trying to get me to give her food when she wants it. You see what I'm saying? It's not that she's hungry. She's fine. What'd you call it? Yeah. But it's the energy of trying to block repertoire here. Yeah, there it is. They're trying to cause battles. Repertoire is like very important because it's not only about giving birth, it's about preparation and bringing forth, appearing, and also like like what you call it, reserving. Parent, prepare, appear. You see what I'm saying? There's producing, there's collection, storehouse, inventory, record. There's a lot of important things in that. Yeah, whatever that entity is, whatever that energy is, that principality is, that was trying to like, it can't uphold all that light. It can't do that. It can't hide all that light. So it's like being banished now. It's being rebuked. It can't set conditions anymore. It can't lie to people about conditions anymore, right? And no problem. It's not knowledge, it's knowing, okay? It's a knowing. That's a repertoire of wisdom, is a knowing. So where they say like the Adam and Eve bit the apple of Eden, that would be like the fruit of knowledge of good and evil, right? Because that they were trying to deny, as if that they didn't have the knowing to not do that. You see what I'm saying? Just be careful with that word. What'd you call it? But basically, a knowing holds the repertoire of intellect and wisdom, which is all you ever need. You don't need intelligence, right? You can be intellectual without that, which is the whatever. I talked about it in the beginning, okay? Like other reading, if you can read through it. But right now we're gonna find out the weapon they were using to what'd you call it, about the repertoire, to block repertoire or block wisdom when it comes to repertoire, and how they were trying to set conditions because they can no longer uphold it. But so now it's just the last phase of it. So yeah, lockbox persona holds dangerous secrets and hints at them to keep others compliant. So basically, it's like they might seem as if that they hold some sort of dangerous secret, but really it's all to make you compliant, right? All of it is to make you feel like you have to comply to a certain condition and or ultimatum or whatever the fuck it is. Like in reality, it is a failed fire starter persona. So this would be a conflict. So you like know internally that if you don't comply, that it might cause conflict. The reality of the situation is that they are already planning to cause conflict and you don't have to comply. You see what I mean? Because complying would mean that you accepted the terms of the conflict rather than accepting the fact that you didn't have to comply. You see what I mean? That allows you divert away from them. Okay? So yeah, they really don't like me because of that stuff, right? So then the needle persona is subtly provokes irritation until control is gained. What'd you call it? So this is like where they attempt to commence actions that irritate them while projecting their irritation at you, collective. So this is like they're already irritated that something isn't working. They're frustrated, right? Maybe it's because they failed to coordinate properly or failed to plan accordingly. So now the conflict that they were trying to put on you failed because you're like, ew, I don't like that shit. Don't do that. And then you go, right? Now they're irritated. Now they're frustrated and they're projecting that at you. So like you just go like, it's not working anymore because it's not your energy. Like that's basically it. Like it's not your energy because control is within you and it is you holding accountability for your own energy. And since you're not reflecting on their projection, which is like you not reflecting on what it is that they want you to experience that would seem empathetic of how they're experiencing what they're experiencing, would make you responsible for your own power. It means that you are literally holding accountability and responsibility for yourself because it's not your energy and you don't have to feel frustrated or irritated because you don't have to feel frustrated or irritated. That's it. Period. So that's making their plans fail. That's like how easily their plans fail because it's like they suck. So basically, they've been thrown out the fragmented market, which means that they never had any, intention of unity. They never intended to be unified in any way, which was clear from the get-go, which is what I talked about, because they don't know anything about the fabric of the universe. They have no idea where plans even come from. Like, they don't understand the idea that of like resources or accountability of resources. So they don't understand unification and unity, right? So they failed within the pressure for coordination or pressured coordination. So where coordination was under pressure, where a lot of individuals were coordinating, or specifically small players were coordinating, right? They literally could not handle that. Like, they just couldn't handle that. It like blew their minds, made them lose their fucking tops. Like, they were foaming at the mouth. Like, they couldn't handle that, right? This is all because the important thing and the important aspects of unity is to build bridges, right? Because then that's where cooperation matters, right? Remember, I said with dynasty and legacy, the main thing there is really cooperation. Cooperation within self for sovereignty, and cooperation with God when it comes to legacy. That means sovereignty being given to God, right? Allowing God to lay his being as sovereign over you so that then you may relax, right? So that's basically all it is. So obsessive ensnared, I talked about this at the beginning of the reading. Think they control vanity in substance. That's literally what I'm saying here. Like, this is what I've been saying here. Do you see how it comes out? They would do it all for naught. So it's not like they have any real reason for this, right? It's that they don't have any idea about their ancestral lineage or anything like that, right? They don't understand who they are. But that's also not a real reason. That's not even a real excuse. It's like it's for naught. Even being in that energy makes no sense, right? So that's what I mean. It's like nonsense. If you want to read more about it, it's Ecclesiastes 2, 1, 11, 2 Timothy 3, 4, Surah 45, 23. That's in the Quran. Bhagavad Gita 16, 12, and 10 Evil Acts 3 of Mind. So they're doing this within this is a consciousness that they're in. They're consciously obsessive. They know that they're obsessed, right? And they refuse to accept or acknowledge it. It's like they refuse to face their obsession, but they're failing to trap people, trapdoor persona in reverse. They thought that there was going to be some sort of benefit of a support system that they could falsely attract by using your energy or using my energy or using the collective's energy, right? This is by assuming that they had properly destiny swapped, which, like I said, people just act like it's destiny swapping, but it's not real. The destiny isn't swapped. It hasn't gone anywhere. You know what I mean? But reality sometimes is the experience within reality sometimes really is so interweaved with how people like react to you, isn't it? It's like it's so like almost dependent on how people react to you, right? But just know that those people don't matter. The people who know you and see you for who you are, and God and the way that you appear in this world, right, is what really matters, okay? Because that's the alignment that you will go to and go towards. Like, sometimes you got to just understand that where you're supposed to be isn't where you are at right now. You know what I mean? That's a simple, you know what I mean? Simple quest marker for you. Okay, so reveler in reverse with broke in reverse. Yeah. So they can no longer uphold being broke. That's where they're at, okay? And that's why they're projecting all these conditions, right? These like false conditions of like brokenness and what it means and how it works and how we overcome it, like a lot of that, right? It's really weird. But they're being thrown out of the crisis disrupted market because they under pressure disruption, right? Where disruption is under pressure, where things are constantly being disrupted, things are constantly like, it's a crisis disrupted market, duh. So everything is constantly going to be disrupted. They cannot survive. Survival is right there. They can't survive. So it's like they don't know what to do in like without evil and sin and hate and lust, which is why it's not in the market. Sorry, that's not in the market. We don't let that in the market, okay? We don't do all that. We like a good, peaceful market here. Even if it's a crisis disrupted market, we learn to have fun. You know what I mean? It's like just because some things are difficult for people doesn't mean that, you know what I mean, just stay in your like, you know what I mean, why don't they just stay in their lanes? I don't get it, like, you know what I mean, like, I don't know why they always want to come up into somebody's business where it's not their business, you know what I mean, and then they're surprised when they can't handle it, like, the fuck, like, they need to pass fifth grade first, is what it is. Okay. But basically the whole point of this market, right, is to meet essential needs, right? Is to understand what the essential needs are, how to meet them, and who meets them, right? Like it's like a big test kind of situation. The only way to overcome this market is through resilience. So building self-resilience, fortitude, strength, bravery, courage, honesty, humility are gonna just help you slide right by. Honestly, it's not gonna be a problem, right? Because there's gonna be a continuity. Continuity is the merit in the situation. So what comes out of a market like this is merit. They can't get any continuity. They can't continue. Like they are not to be continued. Okay, their mission, their story, whatever it is that they thought they were doing ends here. Like basically. Yeah, they can no longer cause all these issues for the collective because they're a fucking ingrate. Yeah, they're ungrateful basically, and they're stupid at the same time. But stupidity isn't in the card, so we're just gonna like let it go, and it's ingrate, right? Uses grudges to deny joy, hope, and totality. Yeah, like I said, totality is even in there. It's like because they're so in denial of totality, like of things being one and total. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm trying to say. It's like if you don't know that 2 plus 2 equals 4, you know what I mean? Like it's like they're deny it's like you say 2 plus 2 equals 4 and they're like equals to equals to what is that equals to like yes, that's the total, like you know what I mean, like they don't understand that. And then when we say yeah, well, angels are equal to what you call it humans, and that's how God wants it, like God is choosing God angels to be equal to humans and humans equal to angels, like equal like you know what I mean, with their luciferian ass. You see what I mean? They don't understand that, they don't get it, like it's not clicking, it's not clicking. And so they're also in denial of joy and hope and hope, because to them it's impossible for things to be equal total. You see what I mean? In total, in totality. I know I keep on repeating it, but it means so many different things, the you know what I mean. um but the attempt to conduct resentment, that's the grudge that they were holding, like from I guess not being able to uphold being broke, right? If you want to read more about it, it's in Deuteronomy 8:11 through 14, 2 Timothy 3:2, Suda 14:7, 10 evil acts, 3 of mind. Now, I know I'm saying these things quickly, but you don't really have to study everything all at the same time, all the time. You can just see what stands out to you and then follow the, you know what I mean, breadcrumbs, follow the, you know what I mean, follow the what trail. Follow the trail, right? You'll understand at some point. You know what I mean? Just have faith. This is where you're supposed to be resilient. Okay. And then that's what they are. This is the weapon they were using to perform all that ingrate energy, is that they were a wannabe bishop persona, aka a wizard, right? A wizard is always someone who wants to be a bishop. It's like a failed bishop, right? It's someone who wanted to be a part of the ecclesial systems and whatever the fuck it is, and they failed to do so. So they started using all their wisdom and what it is that they called wisdom, which is knowledge. You see what I'm saying? To start doing some wizard shit, like literally, like my ex. Like they thought that they were gonna be like, what? No, I never. You know what I mean? And now they look fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Uses moral authority or religious standing to control others. They basically try and make it seem as if that they have some sort of moral authority or religious standing by superficial means. Basically, they make it seem as if that they can overloom or I don't know. It's like really it's really impersonal in the fact that like it's what they're going through. They feel as if that the only way for them to surrender to a situation is if they are put in a position where the pressure is kind of like looming over them. What they don't understand is that that is their problem. You see what I'm saying? they don't understand that it's their problem, and we don't see that as real. And I don't think that you see that as real either, collective. Like, I don't think that you sit there and are like, yeah, when someone yells at me, I really bow down to them. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think that's what happens, right? I think that you look like, even if that's what you think would appease them at the time, even though you do not have to do that, okay, collective, you do not have to do that. Even if you might think that that's what appeases them at the time, you definitely aren't surrendering to them, like, consciously and, like, authentically. Like, if someone is yelling at you and you're like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Like, are you really sorry? Like, most of the time you're not, because they're yelling at you. You're feeling some kind of way about it. So you just want the situation. You feel, actually, sometimes you don't even feel a way about it. You're like, oh, that person's crazy, right? Like, that's the thing. They don't understand how it's their problem. Yeah, sodomite in reverse. I don't even want to get into that, right? But basically, it's like they compete with the, this is the problem I mentioned before as well. It's like they compete with the opposite gender in terms of, like, trying to attract certain things to themselves that they feel as if that belongs to the opposite gender, that the opposite gender that they're trying to compete with isn't getting, in order to compete with them. You see what I'm saying? And it's always the opposite gender. That's why they're coming out as a sodomite. If it was the same gender, it wouldn't have been there. It would have been something else. But the way that they fail to do this, to uphold sodomy, because they were trying to, like, destroy quietly without warning or visible evidence. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were silent knife persona. It's like they were trying to act as if that, like, I mentioned this at the beginning of the reading where I said, just give me the gun. No, sorry. Just let me give you the gun so you can fucking shoot me in the head, right? That's not resentment one bit. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, it's not resentment. It's being fed the fuck up, right? Because their whole thing is, like, they're trying to put a gun in my hand, or like a knife in my hand, and then stab me in the back, let me die, and then, like, I'm looked at as if I committed suicide. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like, don't worry, I'll make it easier for you. I'll go get the knife, I'll go get the gun, and then I'll put it in your hand so you can properly do it, and then we can really face to face this shit, right? Like, but they can't handle that energy because that's too authentic. That's too real. You know what I mean? That's not what they want. It's not what I want. I'm not trying to, like, I can't do it. Sorry, I can't do it. I try to. But mocking them is so painful. Like, because that's really what they're really nihilistic. They're really in some edgelord energy. Like, if things don't work out how they want it to work out, in the way that they want it to work out, in to make it seem as if that it's so much more dramatic than it really is, and not as straightforward. That's what it is. They don't like how straightforward things can be. They want it to be some sort of complex set of issues, so that then their dramaticism could be seen as some sort of, like, interpretive. Like, they want their dramaticism to be seen as interpretive. Like, they want people to sit there and be like, what does he mean by that? And how is it, and how does it, is it, like, you know what I mean? But we don't care about this. Like, we don't care about that. We're not going to sit here and interpret something that is so straightforward, blunt, honest, and obvious. And they are profoundly annoyed at that. Like, they are profoundly annoyed at that. That's the reality right there. Yeah, they're profoundly annoyed at that. Yeah, gossiper. Yeah, that's what it is that they were projecting. That's their recruiter right there. That's what they've been recruiting, a gossiper. So they can't uphold the cloak and dagger personality. You see what I mean? You see, it's right there in the card. It's like they can't stand it. They can no longer mix secrecy with open influence to keep people uncertain, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, they were doing so much, like, that could have been interpreted, like, that would have been something that we would have not minded to interpret. Like, what how is it that they're doing that? You know what I mean? But they can't uphold it because it's not even fucking real. It's not even real, because that's somebody else's energy. That it's not even their energy. It's not even the same energy of the same person who was the edgelord 144. Like, I shit you not. The person whose energy that they can't uphold anymore was someone who thieves everyone's solitude and peace. An infertile motherfucker. Someone who's infertile. Someone who has no ideas of their own. You see what I mean? And that's why they're suffering through some sort of karma. They're suffering through some sort of karma because they have no idea about their ancestors, right? Just to come find out that's somebody else's karma even. So it's like a fucking line of people, like a fucking MLM of people like taking somebody else's karma and then passing down their karma to someone else. That's what's going on. That's what's going on, collective. Yeah. Finally figured it out. That's where they have these chains of conditions and ultimatums at, where they think that that's the matrix. Yeah, gossiper in reverse. Yeah, that's it. It's like, that's basically it. I can't make this up. It's chains of people, right? And there, it's like one person has karma and they give their karma to somebody else to do. So that person now has karma from somebody else, but then they also have karma. So they're trying to pass it on to someone. The karma doesn't get paid off like that, by the way. Like, they're just holding on to other people's karma while racking their own karmic debt up. Like, the karma is just getting worse for everyone in that situation. So it's like that. It's like they're doing that, and now that's how the cringe was born. Is that how it was born? That's how the cringe was born, collective. Is that another child of Lilith or something? Oh my gosh, bro. This is gonna make me cry, bro. You know, there's a reason Lilith ate her children. You know what I mean? It was probably just too embarrassing. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's me using my intuition on that. Like, it was just probably just way too embarrassing to have to deal with that. You know, that's like a real wound, a real witch wound, a real mother wound is like finding out that your kids are, you know, that's probably why for years now, was it 2 years now, this meme, the trend was going around. It's like a thought daughter or a gay son. I don't know why they would do it like that, but basically it's like they were constantly making up like scenarios where you would really feel the pain of a wounded parent. But that's the problem. Isn't that all a projection to stop repertoire? That's literally to stop repertoire, because the root of repertoire is parent. Prepare and appear. You see what I mean? So that's why it wasn't seen. Okay, so maybe you don't understand what I mean. Basically, it's to make it difficult. The whole thing, the aspect of it is to make it difficult to accept one's own fulfillment. It's to cause nihilism, right? An interpretive nihilism, an expression of nihilism. See, if nihilism isn't expressed, then it can be processed. But just because someone isn't processing their nihilism and that they're expressing it doesn't mean that they're not repressing something else. You see what I mean? Repression still exists within that scenario. They don't want to accept the fact that they're repressing their karma through expressing nihilism, which is honestly making their demons laugh. I think that's what it is they're feeding their demons. They're feeding their shadows. Like, their shadows are having a ball with this. They're laughing. I think some of the angels are laughing too at it, because like they gotta be dark angels though, but I don't know. But like, it's like really showing up as trying to suppress one's own karma or dharma. I don't understand why Eight of Swords is coming out like this. Why is Eight of Swords coming out like this? Hold on. What is this? Holy Spirit. Holy Ghost. Yep, that's what it is. It's like trying to suppress one's own knowing. That's it. It's trying to suppress one's own knowing. It's like, because they're trying to pretend like they don't know what they're doing, they're projecting as if that you wouldn't figure out what they're doing. So that then you would doubt if you actually know what you're doing and what you're thinking. So that then it would put you in a position where you're glamorizing them and their nihilism. Not that you would, but it would seem like you would, right? Yeah. Pretty much. There's a lot of security here. I'm sure you already see that. Sincerity is the name of the game. Yeah, and there they are with their fucking edgelord ass King of Cups in reverse. That's them. Oh man, bro. This shit, man. Yeah, with the 10 of Wands is giving, yeah, the 10 of Swords, 7 of Swords. Yeah. Oh my gosh, bro. Fuchsia. Princess of she just came right immediately. She's just being playful. Sorry. that's why the cards are coming out that way. Like she's literally playing with my hand right now. Okay. So that's a distraction too, by the way. That's the cycle isn't complete. That's just my energy coming forth. Yeah. It's like the guy from SAO. No, please. Sorry, give me a second. No. No, 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 no. Not them projecting this. That was scary. I don't know what the fuck that was. Oh, okay. Thank God. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Sorry. Like that was actually scary. So basically, it's this, is it a naivety? It's like a false sense of naivety or something like that. Yeah, it's like a false sense of naivety and inexperience. It's false virginity. It's like the same way someone appears like a virgin, but because that they've raped someone. It's not so funny now, huh? That's what I mean. It's like the reason why they seem like they're so inexperienced is because the experience they're claiming to have was ill-begotten. You see what I mean? And that's why they think they're so creative. That's why they feel like all that dark energy, that they feel like they don't have to like. So cute. What do you want? Okay, well, I get it. I'll just wait a little longer. Just wait a little longer. A couple hours. Don't worry. Have I ever let you go without food? Exactly. I won't. The hell? Like, what the fuck? Sorry. The energy of you might. Like, no, I won't. The hell? Like, anyways. Like, yeah, you can see me communicating with my cat. Yeah, okay. All right. I don't care. Okay. She's my little kitty, okay? She's my kitty. She's only a year and something old. There, she's so happy. She's such a Leo. Oh my gosh. Like, get off. She's like, I want to be on camera. She's like she's so, oh my gosh, she's so cute. Anyways, yeah. They're throwing this energy at me and it's like pissing my cat off too. Like it's not just pissing me off, collective, it's pissing my cat off. Cause now my cat's like saying I might, like because I'm spending all this time clearing this motherfucking energy because they broke asses worried that they're not gonna get any money to be able to afford whatever edgelord activities that they're trying to do, rape and fucking, I don't know. But like I don't know, like whatever fucking crazy ass shit that they want to do with that money. But it's none of my business because I'm not the one that's stopping them from getting money. They're the ones stopping themselves because they're fucking idiot. It's not my fault. You know what I mean? Like, they always want to blame the wrong person for their problems, like as if that's gonna solve their fucking problems. The Archangel Michael's coming out with the truth, like saying like, yeah, they don't want to reflect. He's sending them energy to reflect. So he's sending them to reflect is what it is. So Archangel Michael's putting them in some sort of self-reflective mode. Yeah, so that the strength can like finally leave them in a situation. You know? Yeah. So the strength is leaving them. Yeah. And it's going back to God, obviously. Yeah. This is where they believe as if that once the strength has left them, that as if it's going to reach the collective. Collective, you receive all your blessings from God, okay? You don't get it because somebody else has lost it, okay? Don't ever believe anybody who says that shit, by the way. That shit is so dumb, okay? Like as if God doesn't have enough. You know what I mean? Like, that shit makes no sense. Like, yeah, it never ever made any sense. Okay, like I said, if you're really curious about it, like it says so in the Quran, in the surahs, in the what you call it, in the Bible, it says exactly how God works when in these types of scenarios as well. You know what I mean? They also would want you to believe as if that you're getting something from their loss, so that then they can feel as if that they can be nihilistic about their idea of vengeance, which that they have stolen from somebody else who has no ideas of their own. You see what I'm saying? Which is gossip and a rumor. That's why I tell you guys not to like listen to that shit. But basically, Archangel Uriel is coming through to like, I guess, warn you about like thinking of your relationship in a certain way. Yeah, of thinking negatively about your relationship. That's basically the lesson in this situation. Don't I have my lessons and blessings card? I do not know what you're saying to me, but you're definitely trying to say something, Fuchsia. Okay, here, I'll grab this one, the soul time tarot. Okay, this will be the like this is supposed to be the end of the reading, and then we're gonna figure out what their fucking weirdo energy is, and then that would be it. Okay, so basically, what the lesson and the when it comes to relationships at this time is be careful moving on in separation. There's the unsure of the future. Be careful moving on during a separation is basically it. I mean, yeah, that's the lesson, but what is the lesson learned is the reality. Kind of the real ass question, huh? What is the lesson learned? Because it's like there's so many different ways that you can interpret. Maybe that's an edgelord kind of situation, nihilistic energy. So now let's look up this energy real quick, okay? Okay, almost done, Fuchsia. She does not believe me. Yeah, there it is. Nothing, none, not. Yeah, nothingness, doctrines around nothingness, around for naught. See, would do it all for naught. Remember when I told you guys? The doctrine or a worldview that nothing has inherent meaning, or value, or existence. You know, there's existential void, political rebellion. There may be no reason at all. Basically, there may be no reason at all. So basically, so be careful about reasonings or excuses or no. You know what it is? You know what it is? Be careful applying insignificance to time spent away from a relationship. I'd be distracting yourself. Be careful distracting yourself. Basically, when you're in a relationship, just because you're in a separation. Don't get distracted alone. That's interesting. Hold on. Don't get distracted alone. Don't get distracted while you're alone is kind of the energy. What's that about, Holy Spirit? Is that what it is? Is that the lesson, or that's the lesson learned? Oh, the projection is to watch your back. That's what it is. It's a threat. Yo, this is literally a meme that I just saw. It was literally like, oh, that's a death threat. Gonna ignore that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But the funny thing is that I don't ignore death threats. I actually hold the person accountable for it. And like, that's the thing about it. Yeah. So they're under judgment for attempting to cause people to move, right? Like these are that energy, that false edge lord, whatever the fuck it is. They were trying to make it seem like light, as if that they weren't like literally threatening people's lives. Yeah, exactly. Now they're getting fucking cited finally. Because it's weird, because my stalker ex is like, people like trying to make it seem like he was just stalking me. No, he was trying to steal my identity, change the fabric of my reality, get me to kill myself, or sell me out to people who were trying to kill me, and then cover it up while also trying to act like he was innocent in the whole story. Like, it was actually pretty crazy. Like, he's not like some nice person or something like that who simply was like slightly obsessed with me and then wouldn't like let me go or whatever. Like, he was actually like so obsessed to try and like destroy me in my life. Yeah, so it's a tower. Yeah, because it was like, yeah, exactly. There's my dynasty energy, by the way. There you guys go. See, I told you. It's like they wanted to, so I didn't even realize that this was what they were coming for, because me, I was protecting my legacy. I built this shit so many times, I didn't even realize how important it was. That's no good. That's no bueno. So that's the blockage. Oh, well, I can thank God. I didn't even know it was there. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes you don't even know what you're missing until somebody else is missing it, right? So I'm thankful. You know what I mean? You see, everything is always in alignment. I don't know, like, I don't know, bro. I'm learning something new every day. But basically, they wanted to make it seem as if that there wasn't any pathway towards like legacy, but really legacy's pathway comes through by dynasty, because you got to really master your sovereignty so that then you can give it to God. You know what I mean? It has to be worthy. So you could overcome the lesson of nihilism if like, oh, if nothing really matters, then it wouldn't make sense for you to exist, because you matter. Matter is a material force. It's tangible material force. It's an element of material. When people say nothing really matters, it's like, well, yeah, because nothing isn't of matter. You know what I mean? It's like no thing. It would be of antimatter, which would be of chaos. You know what I mean? Which would still be entangled into matter, because without thing, there couldn't be nothing. You see what I mean? So it's like, that's why they look fucking crazy, because it's like the sense is right there, like the common sense is right there, the reality is right in front of them, but they refuse to. Like I said, an elephant could shit right in front of them and they would be like, nah. You know what I mean? It's like they don't it's like, hello, ingrate. They're ingrate. So basically, they've been projecting this energy as if that you didn't build a dynasty for yourself, collective. You know, dynasties can really be in anything. Like, it's also the age of the internet, kind of. So, like, you built at least 50. Like, how many accounts have you made, collective, like individually? You guys, like, how many accounts have you guys made? How many memes have you sent? How many, like, screenshots have you taken? You know what I mean? Like, anything can build a dynasty. Anything can show who you really are and what potential you hold. Anything. Like, literally, in this reality, there's no way to not have a dynasty in this reality, in this timeline, especially, right? So it's like their blockage when it comes to not having one doesn't have anything to do with the collective. And this is the thing, it's like a personal choice, because it's like everything that they have shared and consumed themselves with are based off of somebody else's ideologies. Remember, because their karma is linked. Like that's why it doesn't belong to them, because it's like them paying off somebody else's karma for the rest of eternity. It still doesn't belong to them. What they believe to be what they deserve, the dharma, isn't what they earned. They earned somebody else's karmic clearing, but they keep clearing out the karma. You see what I'm saying now? Why the strength has to leave them? Because that karma will never end, because it's not their responsibility. So be aware. So the lesson here, or the warning from Archangel Uriel. Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to scare you. She got really involved in there. She like, bro, I don't even like. Be aware of overextending or extending yourself for somebody else's karmic clearing. I'm in my dharma, okay? So why are you doubting me? I told you I'll feed you later. She has so much personality. Look, she has so much personality, dude. So, um, see, now I'm hungry. What is that? So, yeah, be aware of extending yourself. Okay, here it is. Okay. Oh, cycle complete. Okay, I actually got it. So, anytime you enter a relationship, you're sharing karmic and dharmic experiences with each other, right? Mostly dharmic experiences, especially since you might be both high vibrational within the collective consciousness. You guys are high vibrational, right? Hopefully. So, basically, since you guys are sharing dharmic experiences with each other, be aware of external karmic experiences from maybe past relationships, or their past relationships, or their current or future relationships that might be trying to get activated within your dharmic connection. You see what I'm saying now? It's like, if since, let's say, me and my lover are, let's say, together in a specific way, right? But we're not going through any kind of karmic interactions other than, would you call it, the ones that reveal our own, you know what I mean, vulnerabilities that might seem karmic but are actually dharmic. You see what I mean? Be aware of correlating those experiences to past karmic experiences with other individuals, or other individuals attempting to correlate those karmic experiences with your current dharmic experience. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. So, to put it frankly, right? It's like, don't let other people's lifestyle be what causes you to be inebriated. Does that make sense? Okay, inebriated. Let's look up inebriated. So to make drunk, basically intoxicated. Yeah. brought into intoxication to make drunk, basically overwhelmed or elated by emotion, power, or love, or beauty, overwhelmed or elated, okay? So it's like, don't let other people's experiences, right, overwhelm your relationship. You see what I mean? Or lifestyle, sorry, not experiences. Don't let other people's lifestyle overwhelm your relationship. You see what I'm saying? That's how you keep like a balance of being in a relationship and then also being like out in the world. You see what I mean? Okay. Yeah, don't let other people's lifestyle overwhelm your experience as well. Like, it doesn't always have to be your relationship. It can be like just you being in your sovereignty. Don't let other people's lifestyle overwhelm your dynasty, right? That's it. That's pretty much it. So now for those individuals who it does, like, they let it happen and then they get all drunk in it and then they think that they're winning in life, what they are? Stalker. You see? They're stalkers. You see what I'm talking about now? It's like, not only do they want to cause, they can't uphold like being a crazy bitch anymore, right? They can't uphold a crazy bitch lifestyle anymore as well, right? So they're a stalker now. It's like, how do I explain this? They also really want their lifestyle to overwhelm other people's experiences. You see what I'm talking about now? Or yeah, exactly. Like, they really want their, like, but they're a stalk. That's what makes them a stalker. You'd be surprised now. It's like really opening your view on who really is a stalker and what kind of people really like are stalkers, right? It's like they're obsessed with like projecting their lifestyle to overwhelm other people's experiences in life. Oh, this is literally empty. Yeah, like they can't uphold trying to project light worker wannabe energy. Like, they can't pretend as if that they are a light worker, or as if that they want to be a light worker, or that they have any kind of jurisdiction in light working. Clout cutter. So it's like they do things to, like, they try to overwhelm people's lifestyles so that then it like so that it engages with other people, with the analytics of their growth, I guess. Yes, they attempt to yeah, that's why they do it. They project their lifestyle to overwhelm the analytics of people's growth. Okay, so let me try and make this more frank. Okay, so analytics of people's growth may mean, and I'm literally asking ChatGPT this because it's like super easy to understand, and I'm not going to be sitting here trying to explain it for people, okay? But I understand if people don't understand it, so that's fine with me, okay? So it's like, um, man, what the hell? Okay, core interpret. Sorry, it was just giving me all these interpretations, but basically, the study or observation of, no, what the hell? What did I fucking say? My bad. So that's why I was so like, wow. I don't mean on analytics of people's growth. That's not what I meant. Okay, so basically a systematic understanding of change and development. Okay, so yeah, um, learning to read how life unfolds. So basically, they want to take over how people's life unfolds. There you go, a clout cutter, right? You see what I'm talking about now? That's the frank meaning of it. Um, that's really simple. Yeah, that's them. How can one support you more? I appreciate that. Would you call it, just like, share, subscribe? I guess just subscribe for now. My Cash App is Mimi Athena if you want to send donations. Okay. Right, that is my Cash App. MIMIATHENA. Okay. And if you send a donation, send your name so that I can also do a reading for you. Okay. So that I can, not that I wouldn't already, I'm doing collective readings. So mostly for the collective. And then, what else? I don't know. Just subscribe, hang around. You know what I mean? Oh, um, do good onto yourself and pray a lot. Okay? I appreciate that. All right. I love that because when you do good, it also like helps me do better. Okay? Because then you do better and then we all do better and then it's awesome. Okay? Because legacy, that's how legacy works. Okay? But it all depends. Okay? So basically, what else is that energy? They want to basically control how life unfolds for the collective. Yeah, wannabe thug in reverse. They can't pretend to be a wannabe thug anymore. They can't. They don't like. They don't. It's not like they don't want to be a thug anymore. No, it's that they can't pretend as if that they ever could understand like the thug life, so that then they could like they can't uphold whatever the fuck was putting them in the energy of acting and behaving as if that, yeah, I'm such a thug, because I mentioned that in the beginning of the reading, right? Yeah, lifestyle sabotager. There they are. You see what I'm saying? Lifestyle sabotager. And I got plenty of cards here. You see, they can project that it's a false strategy all they want. They're the ones with the false strategy. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, you got to really have that hold that resilience within yourself. Be resilient. Because that's the only way that, like, you know what I mean? That's the only way you can allow your confidence to shine through. You know what I mean? So, they were like trying to project that it's too simple, but there's no such thing as too simple. You know what I mean? And that's what they were trying to sabotage. They're trying to make things difficult. So simplicity is what allows for the ease to come through. And that's what they were trying to block. So now a dynasty of simplicity can be built. There you go. Collective. So we're activating a dynasty of simplicity. They can't stop us. Yeah, exactly. Thug one, they can't stop us. Yeah. Whatever it is, the weapon that they were using before, it's not working. Yeah, crazy nigga in reverse. They can't even pretend to be, they can't be a crazy nigga anymore. Because I talked about that earlier. Yeah, exactly. Lifestyle sabotager in reverse. They can't do it anymore. It's a dynasty of simplicity. Yeah, lazy cunt. It's like making simple actions, doing simple things. Like every day, it's like you complicate your life. They want, yeah, basically undercomplicate your life. Let's ask chat how to explain this, okay? Undercomplicating lifestyle strategy in order to make daily living simple. Could mean basically, frankly, please don't give me like 1,000 sentences, okay? Just like frankly. Yeah. So focus on what actually matters instead of adding extra steps, systems, or ideals. Strip away unnecessary routines, clutter, or performative structure. You see what I'm saying? Now, they can't do that because that would literally be them assuming sabotage. You see what I mean? That's what sabotage means to them. You see that why it's a principality? It's not real. It's like stripping away unnecessary routines, clutter, or performative structure. Let life flow through clarity and functionality, not control or perfectionism. Quit making life harder than it needs to be, or simplicity is the smartest strategy, or even ease isn't laziness, it's design. You see what I'm saying? Even, yeah, frankly, simplicity is sophistication, basically. Sophisticated lifestyle requires simplicity. For you to live an undercomplicated lifestyle means that you don't have to overthink and you just live practically. Literally live practically. This, for example, is practical to me. I don't have to overthink the things that I'm experiencing, seeing, feeling, and all that, which is why it's allowed for me as a shaman, as an earth angel. You know what I mean? I'm not tapping into some dark like I'm not trying to do all that. I'm only unraveling an experience that I'm already experiencing for myself so that my mind may construct my layout of my next actions as simply as I would understand the current to be, right? So for some people, they might not understand like what I've just said and stuff like that, but it takes a really clear mind, right? It takes like actually just being like, oh, that, like, you know what I mean, step by step. And so, yeah. Okay. Like, do you see what I'm saying? I was about to say I'm almost done. She's telling me to get up. Like she's literally like doing this, like so I can get up. She's trying to take my blanket off of me. No problem, no problem. Yeah, Fuchsia. Okay. Well, I'm pretty much I'm pretty much done with the reading. So conditions and ultimatums. So now I can move freely with no condition and or ultimatum, right? Holy Spirit, I mean, I've always been able to. They're projecting their like insecurity and self-sabotage and betrayal as if it were in inherently my own. That's so annoying. Like that's the most annoying part of this situation, right? They're so nihilistic, but they believe that my inherent truth is their power. But they also don't believe in inheritance. Do you see what I'm saying? They're so fucking confused, yo. I'm over it. Yeah. I'm over it. Yeah, they've just been debunked. Literally, they've been debunked as fuck. Like Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of, yeah, the Chariot in reverse, Two Wands in reverse, the Emperor in reverse. Yeah, that's another fucking person. That's another karmic fucking situation, another karmic, right? That's the, oh my gosh, and here I thought that this was over, right? It's like, it's like another person who like betrayed, like tried to betray me, but really they betrayed themselves. Like I had an ex who like gaslit the fuck out of me, ran away, right? Like basically became homeless. Like they literally, this is like, it's like the type of person to like make it seem as if that they're the type of person to like give a really bad, like project a really bad reputation because they failed. Like it's like why things work for me and it doesn't work for them. They want to project that it would work for them even if it might have not worked for me. But the reality is that it's not working for me because it's not me that's doing it, and it's not working for them because they are not me doing it. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing where it's like collective. Someone might try to make it seem as if that something isn't working for you or hasn't worked for you because you're not them. But the reason it's not working for them is because they're not you. attempting to project the energy as if that it had worked for them. Like I said, they're trying to do this that whole destiny swap bullshit where people would get confused about what is working for who and how it's working, but it's becoming increasingly obvious by how complicated that whole situation really is. Yeah, and that's pretty much it in the scenario. Yep, that's pretty much it. They're projecting that like aspect, that principality or whatever the fuck that is. Let me see, what weapon is that? At like partnerships and coordination. They're literally projecting it at coordination. Yep, they're being thrown out of the perfect competition because they failed within the pressure for efficiency, right? Which is actually pretty wild. Simplicity helps a lot with that, right? Yeah, because they're a bribe taker. I knew it. They're a bribe taker. They're getting caught for bribe taking. Yeah, because they thought they were a car dealer persona. They thought they were a curtain puller persona. They thought they would reveal truth selectively as if that they had the power over dramatic effect. Remember when I was saying that? Performance. They thought that they had some sort of performance strategy that they thought had control over like the like life unraveling of people. Yeah, they thought that it was going to give them some sort of advantage, but in reality they're covertly lying for profit, right? And they're like lustfully binded to those lies. If you want to know more about it, Exodus 23:8, Acts 24:26, Surah 2, 188, Manusmriti 9, 231, 10 evil acts, 3 of body. So basically, they had no humility. Remember when I was talking about like the nihilism within a situation that was like mentioned humility? They had no humility. They had no humility, right? They couldn't merit any kind of respect in a situation. They can't be respected. They're being disrespected. Yeah, they can't uphold some sort of witch projection, some sort of witchy energy. They can't uphold that anymore. Yeah, raises alarm to distract from one's own actions. They try to make it seem as if that people, yeah, there it is. They project distractions at like cooperation so that people wouldn't know that it was them, but no one is cooperating with them. That's how it's being seen. So they're not being cooperated with, and they're trying to make that a distraction for people. That's what it is. And they've been projecting that. Because no one is cooperating, no, not one person, no, not even nobody is like cooperating with them. They're trying to make it seem like it's a problem for others that know that they're not being cooperated with, but that's a distraction that they're attempting to validate only for themselves. Yeah, what is that energy? That's it. What is that energy? Yeah, envy hungry in reverse. They can't uphold being envy hungry. So it is something in that is blank. It's like a they're like, what is it called again when someone is like not innovative but like they're, what is it called again? It's like wait. They're envy hungry. It's like they're not innovative. They're boring. I think that's the word. They're boring. Yeah. They're really boring. They're like boring. What is that? A boring hoe? Yeah, they're a boring hoe. That's what it is. Yep, they're a boring hoe. That's what they are. They're a boring hoe. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, look. Clingy whore. Yep. They're a boring whore. I mean, hoe. They're a boring hoe. Hold on 1 second. Yep. And that's what they've been projecting so bad. Oh my gosh. Yep, boring hoe. Yeah, boring hoe. False strategy. They can't project that false strategy anymore. Yep, that's it. They've been discovered. Like the boring hoe that they are. They boring ass hoe. Gee, there's 2 more things here. Weirdo with a weirdo musician. Oh my gosh. They're clingy, so there's like false smart ass. That's what it is. Yeah, they're a false smart ass. Like they're not really smart. You know, like smart asses can be kind of cute. Like, you know what I mean? Like smart asses can be kind of cute. That's what it is. Smart asses can be kind of cute. Like they can be like they're not deceptive. They're just like slightly they're charismatic, right? Smart asses can be like they're like, all right, smart ass, right? That means that you got like a little bit of charisma with you. You got that little right? They're a false smart ass. It's like they're not really charismatic, but they really, really, really want to be. They're trying to act as if that they are, and they're a boring hoe. Like it's so annoying. Oh my gosh, I feel so terrible. Like, like I feel so terrible. Like this energy is not, yeah, like Angie's like this energy is not it. Like they're not it. Like holy shit, get the fuck out of my frequency. So basically, that's what it is. Yeah, wife wannabe, devil wannabe. There you go. Wife wannabe, devil wannabe. And there's one more thing here. Actually, there's 2 more things here. There's so many more that I missed, but we're going to get to that at some point. But with wife wannabe and devil wannabe, it's like, oh, I know this one. This one is super easy. This is like, what is it called again? Ew, I can't stand it. So it's like, how is it? Gross. Wannabe seductor, right? Seductor. Conduct. They wanted to conduct. That's what it is. That's what it. Oh my gosh. I figured it out. Seductor. Right. Gross wannabe seductor. And then there's the gross wannabe seductress. Yep, gross wannabe seductor and gross wannabe seductress. Ew, that's what they are. Yep, yep. Oh my gosh, there's more. Listen, what else is there? I feel like I'm just like, what else? What else are there? It's like, okay, so. Gross wannabe seductress. Yeah. What gross wannabe seductress? They're gross wannabe seductress. And they're, what'd you call it? They're projecting distractions, false distractions, plus 2 more. And 2 more. I guess they are like stank hoes, right? Stank hoes, yeah. Okay, so there is a gross wannabe seductress and two stank hoes just like that are projecting at like at cooperation. Yeah, exactly. They can't hold up being envy hungry anymore. They can't uphold, yeah, how irrelevant their career sabotage really is, right? Yeah, especially when it comes to some weirdo musician. Like, wait a minute. They're projecting weirdo musician. It's like I can't explain that energy. It's so fucking irritating. What is that? Weirdo musician, superiority hungry in reverse. Oh my gosh. Crazy nigga. There they are. Clout cutter in reverse. I mean, sorry, it was in reverse. Yeah, clout cutter in reverse. Crazy nigga. Yeah. So, what is that energy? It's like fuchsia. Oh, that's what it is. Straight tripping dick. Yep. Straight tripping dick. That's what it is. Yep. Yep, there it is. That's it. That connects it all together. Pretty much. Straight tripping dick. Yep. Almost done, collective. You literally had to you have to really call them out for what they are. Really. You really have to call them out for what they are. Yep. They're hellbound. They can no longer uphold whatever they thought the devil was that they thought that they wanted to be, right? There's two more of them that they can no longer uphold that one, like being pride hungry, right? So it's just two more of them. So it's just two of them. It's two hellbound motherfuckers that can no longer uphold being pride hungry. Yeah, because obviously it's like this, right? Because it's in reverse. If it was like this, it would have been, yeah, it would have been one plus. It would have been like, you know what I mean? It's the math of it all. It's the math of it all. Okay, it's like this. Okay, so it's like more than two, and then just one. Okay, more than two and just one. So it's just one more than two. I'm fucking dumb. Hold on one second. I'm not dumb. I'm just like, it's three. It's three of them. Yeah. So there's three. There's three of them. What is it? That wanted to take bribes. Yeah. Yeah, so that they could work for that stalker. Right. Exactly. Who can't uphold some sort of, yeah, what'd you call it? Weirdo actor energy that's trying to pretend to be a high priest who can't uphold being lost hungry anymore by 10 or more people or 10 or more individuals. So they can't pretend like 10 or more people are hungry to get them to be some sort of loser or to lose on their behalf, right? 100 more? Someone really was trying to stalk for a false high priestess or high priest, was trying to do all that because they were trying to act like they got all these haters. Some high priest wannabe try to act like they had all these haters. Oh my gosh, bro, they're so hellbound. Yeah, no, they're done. It's over. That's why, yeah, trying to get rich quick. That's it. Yeah, a greedy loser. They were a greedy loser that was trying to get rich quick and thought it was like some smart ass idea that they had, but it wasn't. They thought they had some sort of charismatic idea that they shared with like 3 people. Yeah, they shared that like false charismatic idea with like with 3 people who were wannabe light workers. Yeah, a karmic bitch, a false smartass, and an empress in reverse. Yeah, that's a gross wannabe seductor. Yeah. So like I said, I knew that they were a guy. It's a whole man that's like an empress in reverse. And what you call it? They're irrelevant. I don't know how this is helping us, collective. How is this helping us, Holy Spirit? How is this helping us, Holy Spirit? But those are the types of people who try to distract coordination or cooperation. So I put up boundaries upon all of them. That's what it is. I put up boundaries upon all those individuals. That just leads them. That leads the way. Okay, that's it. I figured it out. Yeah, devil in reverse and the cycle's complete. Yeah, there it is. Now there's fondness, proper fondness. And then the battle that they were trying to cause, we're free from. We're free from that battle. Now our fondability. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's like fondability. How do you explain fondability? Like the ability to be seen as like the ability to be seen fondly. Exactly. Like one who can be seen fondly with a good eye. Like they wanted to block that. They wanted people to block their good eye when it came to the collective. That's what it was. Yep. They wanted people to block the collective's good. They wanted to block the collective's good eye. Like who else are we gonna see the good eye if not ourselves, right? So they were trying to justify blocking the collective's good eye. Yeah, how are they attempting to justify that, Holy Spirit, Heavenly Father? How are they attempting to justify that? They were trying to signal intercept. See, signal interceptor. It takes messages meant for others to distort them. They were acting as if that they could accept or integrate with other people's messages, as if that if it were being distorted, it wouldn't have been them that was the distortion in other people's messages. You see what I mean? They were trying to act as if that they weren't a distortion in other people's reality. Yeah. They were trying to act as if they weren't a distortion in other people's reality. There it is. They're being overthrown now. Yeah, because they're a diviner. They're being seen as that. Exhibiting hysteria to declare distraction, clinging to false signs of confirmation. See? I have to wait, Fuchsia. Exhibiting hysteria to declare distraction. What's that about, Holy Spirit? If you want to find out more about it, Deuteronomy 18:10 through 12, Ezekiel 21:21, Acts 16:16 through 18, Suda 590, 650, Arthur Veda 456, Teddy Black's for speech. So it's what they're saying. Yeah, they can't uphold some sort of false strategy anymore, and they can't uphold the what'd you call it? Hysteria, straight tripping dick in reverse. They can't uphold the hysteria. So it's not even real hysteria. That's why it's diviner. They're exhibiting hysteria. It's not real hysteria. Yep, lust hungry. Because they're binded to their lives with lust. Exactly. Regret hungry in reverse. They're hellbound. I put up boundaries upon them. Yeah, greedy loser. That's that can't uphold how irrelevant their lust hunger is to the collective. Yeah, twin flame obsessed in reverse. I knew it. Can't get in the ring in reverse. They can't uphold the fact that they can't get in the ring about their twin flame obsession. That they can't uphold either because they don't know what a twin flame really is, but they're obsessed with it. They don't understand it. It's like they can't uphold whatever it is that they thought that they were trying to lie about when it comes to it's like it's like being angry at someone because you think that they called you a bitch, but that person never called you a bitch. You went ahead, called yourself a bitch, and then got angry at someone else so that then you could feel as if that your anger was relevant. You see what I mean? That's what it is. They're actually like they're so like they're so, how do I explain this? They're constipated by the fact that what they hold as relevant is actually irrelevant and doesn't matter. Whereas what does matter and is relevant, they're in denial of. Because they're trying to get rich easy, they're assuming that trying to be a wife wannabe, as in failing to be a wife, and then really, really badly wanting to be a wife is going to get them rich easy. You see what I mean? Which is their emperor in reverse mentality. Like if they want it badly enough, as if that they, yeah, exactly, superiority hungry in reverse, they can't hold on and cling on to. That's what it is, clingy whore. That's why clingy whore came out. That's why that whole energy come out. It is something else. What is that energy? It is something else. Now I can see it. Wannabe thug with lifestyle sabotager. Spouse wannabe crazy nigga. It's like the energy of I don't know how to explain this energy because it's so like what is that energy? Gross wannabe structures with their stank hose. It's not like a real pimp or like a pimp wannabe. It's like oh, it's a they're like a it's like they're what'd you call it? Yeah. It's like, yeah, there it is. Pimp in, let me see, only in their imagination. That's what it is. See, they're a pimp only in their imagination. That's the thing about them. They're pimps only in their imagination. In their head, they're convinced that they could be a pimp. That's basically the energy. Yup. Period. In their head, they're convinced they could be a pimp. But really, it's all in their imagination. And so now they're losing their imagination. Like, they're losing it. Because that's where they're, the four of speech, that's where they're getting these fucking words to speak from. To do all the fucking hysterical shit that they're doing. You know? Yeah, exactly. That's it. Under 10. Lost hungry. Emperor and Fuchsia. Don't touch the can. Lost hungry. Yeah, Emperor in reverse. Crazy bitch in reverse. Pride hungry. There it is. So it's basically like they can't uphold some sort of crazy bitch mentality that they think that they have about people in their head. Basically, it's like, it's like when someone thinks that, like, oh, these bitches be so crazy, but that's all in their head. They don't say it out loud. In real life, they're like, oh my gosh, I would never do that to you, girly. I would never do that to you. No. But in their head, they're like, oh, these bitches are all crazy, like type shit. Like they're actually so loss hungry and pride hungry. And what that means is that they're always looking for some sort of loss. So they could be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that happened to you. But like, and then like, you gotta be like, yeah, but I'm a bad bitch anyways. Like, you gotta be like that. And then so that they can be like, yeah, you are. You're a bad bitch. Fuck that. I know you lost your house and your children and you're this and you're that and everything that you own, but you're still a bad bitch. Like that kind of energy. Yeah. Fuck that. But that's the energy that is there, okay? That's what's coming out. Yeah, they can't uphold the hysteria, the straight dick tripping that they be doing. Yeah, tripping dick energy type shit. With some false strategy in reverse. Yeah, exactly. They can't uphold how irrelevant their false strategy really is, how they can't really get in the ring, and how they're actually twin flame obsessed. Exactly. And it's not, and it wasn't like they were only twin flame obsessed with like one person. It was like multiple people that they were obsessed with, like trying to claim as if not, there was twin energy, just acting crazy as fuck. They can't uphold none of this anymore because their superiority hunger is being seen as some sort of trying to get quick. Yeah, because they're a false smartass. They tried to get rich quick. It didn't work. They failed to look superior to anyone when they actually were so fucking crazy. Really, it is now they're trying to relate to people on some lost pride shit. Loss of pride shit. Oh shit, lost pride. They're hungry for lost pride. It's like, that's another crazy ass thing. It's like, when people are so prideful, but they also misplace their pride, that's crazy. Yeah, clock cutter in reverse. They can't uphold that shit anymore. Like projecting their fucking false ass lifestyle so that they can disrupt people's simplicity. It's like, oh my gosh, what is that? It's like a dark angel type shit. It's like vengeance, like false vengeance. It's like not real vengeance. It's, what is that energy? It's like, it's like a corny revenge plot or something. But at the same time, it's not that. It's like a, no, because that's not the right energy. It's like, is it insecurity hungry? It's like something like that. It's like, wait, Fuchsia. Yeah, Fusion. I have to wait. Okay. There it is. Dictator scouting. Yes, dictator scouting. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. It's like someone who tries to, yup, dictator scouting. One who gives orders, one who speaks with authority. Yep, crazy nigga in reverse. There you go. Appointed to declare others. Oh my gosh, this is so long. What you call it? One who declares with authority. Symbol of oppressive, basically. Obsolete rule. So let's say, di- okay, so a dictator scout could mean a seeker for identifier or rising power, one who detects or even cultivates authority before it declares itself. You see? An observer specializing in early detection of authoritarian consolidation. Exactly. Yep, exactly. So they wanted to be seen as some sort of dictator scout or something like that, as if that they work as if they work for the dark. That's what it is. They look and seek for people with rising power or authority in their lives. Yeah, some weirdo fucking actress. Yep. There it is. Destiny thwarter in reverse. They can't uphold whatever lie it is that they were trying to make seem as if that they could be, as if one day maybe that they could be magical enough to destiny thwart or whatever the fuck it is that they thought was possible with their weirdo ass self. Yeah. Envy hungry, career sabotager, gross wannabe seductor is pretty fucking crazy. So they recruited or tried to recruit, yeah, they tried to recruit someone who would basically mirror their boring hoe ass energy that they can't uphold, right? Someone to sabotage their career. They were trying to blame each other for this shit. I don't. Ain't nobody gives a fuck. Curse hungry. That's who's linked together. Those are the ones that are linked together. Remember we were just talking about paying like each other's karma and shit like that. Yeah, yeah. God wannabe. There they go. They wanted to act like they were like that other, like the reason why they had karma is because somebody else didn't pay for them type shit. It's crazy. Yeah, they can't uphold whatever trying to get rich quick bullshit it is that they are, because they attracted the weirdos wannabe gross seductor, because they are a fucking gross wannabe seductress. That's just the facts of the situation. And both of them, three of them, or multiple of them were all trying to get rich easy, because they're all gross wannabe seductors and seductresses. They wanted to be seen as a seductor, a seductress. They wanted to be so motherfucking seductive. They're gross as hell, and they're wannabes, meaning that they're not even seductive. They look like they want to be seductive, though. They literally look like they want to be seductive. Yeah, you can literally straight up see them having a false strategy as hell. Like whatever strategy it is that they have, like they're the type of person, like, have you ever seen like at a club or something, like some guy or like whatever the fuck like winks at a group of girls and they all scream? Like that's the kind of energy they give out. They give out the energy of some of what a group of girls would scream at. Like they think they're so sexy as a woman. They're giving what people people want to like beat the fuck up. That's why they probably thought that it was okay to beat me up type shit. Cause they weren't trying to play like I was trying to seduce them or some bullshit. Like that's the crazy part about the situation. It's like they always want to do some this is their false ass strategy, right? So you're telling me every time I would come up to the roof to smoke my blunt or whatever when I used to smoke, right? And then they would come up to the roof and sit next to the fire that I lit, that was me seducing them? So they were imagining it in their head, right? So when I was friends with the girl, with a girlfriend or whatever, because she's my neighbor and I would lend her money, was that also me seducing him? The fuck? You see the crazy ass motherfucking strategies they have in their head? Like they think this makes logical sense in their head. Because the thing is that I haven't fucking shot myself in front of their bitch ass with the words, I would never be attracted to you. I would rather fucking kill myself. They don't want to accept that. They're not seductive. They're not seducing anyone. They ugly as fuck. They want to make it seem as if that I was going around trying to seduce someone. When the only one trying to be seductive is them and failing to do so at that. They always want to fucking spread their embarrassing stank hoe ass energy over here. Gross seductor in reverse. They can't fucking uphold how fucking disgusting they really are with their stank hoe ass energy because they're a fucking poser. With their wannabe thug ass energy. Can't handle shit. Yeah, with their gross wannabe seductress bitch, who I don't give a fuck about. They can both go to hell and their families. All of them. Straight up tripping dick. Literally. Straight up tripping dick. Crazy ass motherfuckers. Yeah. Hellbound. Yeah, false scientists in reverse. Ain't no motherfucking experimenting here, bitch. We never experimented together, bitch. Ugly ass bitch. Lost hungry bitch. Weirdo beef hungry bitch. Always looking for beef where it doesn't matter at. Talking about some, I don't know why I'm getting karma. Because you're an ugly ass bitch. Accept it. I don't give a fuck. Always so annoying. You don't want to self-reflect. You want an answer? I'll give you an answer. Evil cult. Look at them. Them and their evil cult desires. That's what they're a part of. An evil ass motherfucking cult. They thought they were so motherfucking cool. I don't know what the fuck they thought. That evil cult will eat you alive, bitch. The moment. See, they don't want to be so loss hungry anymore. Because they don't want to take losses. They don't want to watch people take losses anymore. That's too bad. Yeah. Regret hungry. They don't want to be regret hungry. They don't want to be in regret anymore. Yeah, because of their false smart ass energy. False smart ass mentality. Thought they were so motherfucking charismatic. I don't know what the fuck they thought was so fucking charismatic. You feel sorry for a motherfucker. You feel sorry they're going through some shit. You know what I mean? You feel sorry for a motherfucker. You feel sorry for them. And they're going around trying to act like they're really seducing you or some shit. You feel sorry for them. Like, actually. Like, how are you coming to me begging me for money? And then you think you're seducing me. Are you confused? That's what's really getting to me. Weirdo actor ass energy. Like cloud cutter in reverse. They always want to pretend like they got some sort of charismatic, I don't know what the fuck it was. They be believing some shit. Yeah, they be believing some shit. I don't even get it. Y'all, I got my message to go. So yeah, trying to get rich quick. They're exposed with their weirdo conglomerate that can't uphold their weirdo ass energy anymore. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.